Today was a terrible day for the companies that reported earnings. Honestly, like a complete embarrassment. Let's go ahead and jump right into it because I think a lot of you guys need a good laugh based off of how the market performed today. Markets began selling off as, again, Iran rejected the US deal that was offered yesterday. So whatever propped up the markets yesterday, today the market was giving it back because the Iran deal fell through. Realistically, we should be selling off way lower, right? We should be taking back everything that the market gained yesterday. That means everything, all the way back down to 681. But no, markets right now are trading after market hour still nearly at 700, and it pushed up even higher during the aftermarket and overnight hours. Why? That's because Trump is saying even after attacking one another, that the U.S. still not has broken the ceasefire deal. I don't want to get into this. I'm just relaying the message. That is why markets are trying to push even higher. Let's talk about what, again, we wanted to talk about today. It was embarrassing. Coinbase reported one of its worst earnings ever, but only sold off 4.75% and then has recovered slightly during the extended hours. On top of that, we also had Coreweave reporting earnings, terrible, down 9.8% on the day. Opendoor reported embarrassing earnings, only down 2%. Irene reported horrendous earnings. At one moment, Irene was up, what was it, like 25%, 20 to 25%. I called it out to my LPP team. I had a really small short in today's earlier live stream. I was actually up $11,000 on this trade. At one point, I got greedy. I jumped back into the short and then direction turned against me. I closed it out. I gave back 2K. Nonetheless, I'm so grateful. I walked away with $9,000 on Irene, shorting this overbought, overvalued piece of crap company. Do you guys want to know what they reported today? Let's go for a good laugh right now. Irene, let's go ahead and update this. Reported, when it comes down to May 7th, there goes Irene, a 38% miss on its earnings per share and a 34% miss on its revenue. Note this. Well, then why did it push up 20%? Irene secures a $3.4 billion AI cloud services deal with NVIDIA. Wait, why does a GPU company need to lease GPUs from another company? Again, it's just the nonsense between this. I am actually surprised by the creativity behind this because if they didn't have that partnership, stock would have crashed 10, 20%. This is terrible earnings. Huge miss on its earnings per share, huge revenue. I know their internal team had to be like, hey, we need to announce some crazy partnership to keep the eyes and attention off of our fundamentals because it is atrocious. Again, it wasn't just that. Opendoor, let's look into their earnings. An 80% miss on its earnings per share. I think market's expectation was to lose 10 cents per share. They lost 18 cents per share. The revenue was a 26% miss. You have people on Twitter hyping up this stock. Oh, we're making progress. What do you mean? This company flips houses. What do you mean? Oh, but they have $720 billion in revenue. What? Are you serious? You give me $1 billion, I can lose money too, right? I'll try to flip houses all on my own. I'll probably lose less than Opendoor. Opendoor has always been the same story. Opendoor is a company that trades like an AI business but it's a house flipper funded by hedge funds with razor thin margins. It's embarrassing. The revenue is down 50% year over year. Absolutely atrocious. Fair value, 27% downside. It trades at a negative 3.9x multiple of its P ratio. And it's a company that loses over $1 billion a year. Again, an absolute bullshit company with bullshit fundamentals during one of the worst housing markets. Like, again, if we were about to enter a housing market that was very favorable for house flippers or for real estate investing, then sure, maybe Opendoor has a little bit more of the environment and the condition to do well. It's a terrible business before, and now it's entering a terrible market condition. It's not rocket science, right? But two terrible things together, don't make it positive. Nonetheless, they really believe on this new management. They think that they're going to be turning things around. They're supposedly buying more properties, their turnover rates quicker. That's great. But guess what? You're still losing more money than what was expected. Like, it's just that simple. What's the next one? We talked about Coreweave. Coreweave is down 9.9%. Let's go ahead and jump into this. You might be like, oh, Ricky, like you're being really, disrespectful to these. Yes, they're trading at insane valuations. Remember, you can trade at an irrational valuation up until you start to disappoint. When you're disappointing in every metric and you're still wanting to trade at a premium, that's BS. That's a disrespect to everyone that invested in you and believed in you. Very simple. Beat revenue expectations, huge miss when it comes down to its earnings per share. 53%. Terrible. Like, there's no other way to put it. Absolutely terrible. I would love to see what company actually reported earnings today that was not just atrocious. And again, Irene was one of the only movers that gapped up, but remember, that's due to the NVIDIA partnership. And that's really what made me the most money today because it gapped up so much. Think about that. From highs to lows, I didn't catch the full thing, but I cut a majority of it. 21% is what it sold off. As soon as I saw how terrible its earnings were and that it was the gimmick of this AI partnership, I was like, Irene's no stranger to this. If you're familiar with Irene, it pumps and dumps all the time. It's notorious for this. Again, this was just a day trade. It's not something that I intend to hold over a long period of time. I went in, I got out, I made my money and I bounced. But please do not fall for these gimmicky companies that are absolute bullshit businesses with insane valuations. Because again, during uncertain times, these are the ones that will always crash the hardest. And then my inverse ETF, SNDQ, I made $7,800 on this one. Position fully closed. It's shorting SanDisk. This is a super risky trade. I would not recommend shorting SanDisk. It's an incredibly bullish stock. Also, in my opinion, very irrational valuation. But nonetheless, there's no break of pattern, a lot of momentum behind it. It's still super relevant, incredibly risky. Again, I know my video today could be a little bit harsh, especially for those that might believe in those companies. We're all entitled to our opinion. You have every right, as an adult to invest in any company that your heart desires, and I have every right to short those bullshit companies just as much, right? And that's what I'm really excited to do tomorrow. So tomorrow I do plan to host a free live trading session. It's going to give you a taste with what our LPP team experiences every day. And all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. So drop a thumbs up, get this video to over 500 likes, and just show up at market open. Don't be lazy. Set your alarms 5 minutes before markets open, and we'll be live for about 30 minutes to an hour, and I hope to see you there. Again, I don't like to sugarcoat things. If I think something is overvalued in a bullshit company, I hope that doesn't offend you, right? If there are signs of things that you probably should be aware of that don't really make sense when there's a disconnect, you can still invest in it and believe in it, but you can't be offended by someone shedding light on the uncertainty because, again, the numbers don't lie, right? Very excited to do this all in front of you guys tomorrow. I hope to see you there. And if you're ready to join LPP right now, that's the second link in the description down below. The software that I showed you that allowed me to analyze a lot of these different companies is called Investing Pro. If you want to check it out, first link in the description down below. Appreciate you guys' time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.